Hello everybody, I am the Black Sigma, or you could just call me Eric, and welcome to the Ice Cavern in Ocarina of Time, where there's just a few enemies gathered around ready to freeze me in place, which is not the most fun. But, you know, their attacks are avoidable, I'm just being reckless, so... You know, they're not the worst enemies in the world, but if you don't want to deal with them, and you're being impatient, you're gonna have a worse time. First off, I'm going to go over here, so I can get you. And then I've got to go get, I think this is the last of the silver rupees? Yeah. And from here, I need to continue through. And... nice try, buddy, but I was nowhere near you yet. And... continuing to continue through, we find... Hey! Would you look at that? Even more of these guys. Wait a minute. If I shielded that hit, even, why didn't you lose your ice? Normally, they lose their element if you shield their attack. Huh. Does it just not work on Ice Case? Is it only Fire Case that lose their enemy? This blue fire, it doesn't seem natural. Maybe you can use it for something? By Jove, I think you're right, Navi. This means getting rid of my bugs if I want to have a convenient amount of fire on me at all times. Oh well. I suppose I can get more bugs later. I'll need to if I want to get all the Skulltulas. And you, I say no to. This is just the map, I believe. But I know there's something else. I think there's a piece of heart in this dungeon somewhere. I don't remember where though. Oh, duh, in the room off to the left. There's a is it freestanding, or is it in a chest? And by off to the left, I mean off to the right, but it will be to the left when we exit this room. You follow? I hope you do. Even if you don't, you're gonna find out in about 30 seconds. Because I'm gonna hop over here, go through the door on our left that was actually to the right when we entered. And this will lead to a room that conveniently enough has blue fire in it, so we can restock. And the piece of heart is freestanding, but is in a block of ice. Okay, that checks out. And piece of heart. And Skulltula. Give to May. And the chest over here would be the compass, because that's how this works. there are only, like, 3 chests in this dungeon, and 2 of them are the map and compass. But at this point, I've accidentally ended up getting every other map and compass that I didn't need, so, like, I might as well at this point. Okay, I need 1 sample of the blue fire here. How many do I need for the rest of this? Wait, I can pick up more blue fire in the next room as well. I just want to make sure that I have 1 left over for King Zora. That's all. I only need the 1. And hello, Skulltula. You're mine now. I'm gonna have to go back to Kakariko at some point. Anyway, silver rupees get me, well, I think they're worth 5 rupees, but you also need to collect them for puzzle purposes. Here. And... oh yeah, there's 1 silver rupee over there that I'd need to blue fire. Between that one and... assuming that a doorway ahead also requires blue fire, I'm just gonna finish this off. Or, sorry, I'm going to fill my remaining bottle and I'll assume that's all the blue fire I need. And reset the block, because there was nothing else we could do with it from where it was. Push forward and push to the right for that last silver rupee. And then there's nothing we can do with the block from here, so we are gonna have to reset it again. Was I close enough to the ice? Thank God. I did not think I was, and it was a moment of surprisingly calm panic. I'm surprised I didn't stress out more about that. Let's see. In order to get the block in that crevice, I would need to get it stuck on the back side of this one, which would mean sliding it from this direction, which is easy enough to do. Just slide to the... You slide to the left, and slide to the right. 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 And you did it. Hooray! Hello again, Freezed, my old friend. Goodbye, Freezed, my old friend. Please die before... Yep, there was 1 more barrier of red ice. And then... yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure there's no more red ice after this, except for King Zora. Well, unless you want to count opening the Zora shop, but you don't really need to do that. Also, that white Wolfos got completely destroyed. Just one shot. And in here you get the iron boots. And something I alluded to in the last episode. So heavy I can't run or float. Huh? Sheik, how did you get in here? Right. Deep, dark, mysterious. We meet again, Link. If you came here to meet with the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick ice sheet. King Zora, he's not in a sheet, he's in a red ice block. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice. Oh, Ruto? She's alive? But she left to head for the water temple. The water temple? Where exactly is that? The ice. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of the curse. Unless you shut off the source, this ice will never melt. And even when you do, it will never melt because the game developers didn't get that much time. They weren't able to properly program it in, so you're just told that the ice will melt eventually, even though it doesn't. But if you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes, people move. Like a river's flow, it never ends. Unless you put a dam in front of it. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition. You get it? That's an analogy about you, because you were a child, but then, you know, you had the whole time travel thing, but then you've got to save the world, so your naivety turned into courage. It's... Young love will become deep affection. You get it? That one's about Princess Ruto, because the clear water's surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. Okay. A down, right, left. Yep. It's also reused in Twilight Princess whenever the ghost of the Zora Queen appears. Just thought that was an interesting tidbit you might have wanted to know. Yep, got it. Thank you, Sheik. I've learned the Serenade of Water. Link, I'll see you again. Wait, but we have so much to talk about. So many unanswered questions. Like, where do you get that awesome bodysuit? How do you learn to, flashbang like that with the whole, oh no, I can't breathe underwater. If I start choking, take off the boots. Thanks, Navi. But, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about, how intriguing Sheik is. He's a really cool character. I really like him. He's got some mystery to him, but he's helping you along, and, you know, he's always just vague enough. He's just helpful enough to push you in the right direction, but just vague enough to leave you with unanswered questions. Like, what does he look like under that shawl or bandages? The mask of sorts. By the way, another easy piece of heart. Man, it took me ages to surface from down there. Also, no, I can't do anything with this boulder yet. And I don't think that Great Fairy has anything new to offer me. It's only the Castletown one? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's only the Castletown one that has different reward for different age. But that's because that Great Fairy becomes significantly harder to access. As for you, King Zora, well, would you look at this? I just happened to have one spare bottle of blue fire. So, my liege.
Oh, I've come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. You don't have the right anatomy. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you won't choke underwater.
You got a Zora tunic. Well, thank you, sir. Although, given the lore that was added in both Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild, it is kind of weird that you're giving that to me. I mean, it was traditionally made by Zora princesses for their fiancés. Or maybe not even their fiancés, but the people that they wish to marry. And, you know, King Zora, I'm flattered, but you're not exactly my type. My type is not someone who takes a full 30 seconds to shift a few feet over. And no, that's not an obesity joke, I just don't like King Zora. He's annoyingly slow in a video game. How dare a video game waste my time? I say, as I left the entire sequence of him moving in my video. Ah, well. Anyway, we've got places to go, Zoras to save, and that means... yeah, just warping on over to Lake Hylia. And we're just gonna hop straight off this ledge. Oh, I landed a little bit to the right, but that's okay. And equip iron boots. And as we slowly but surely sink, we can then hookshot this little diamond thing, which apparently is some kind of lock that holds this gate in place. And welcome to what some would consider to be the worst temple in this game, just because it can be a little bit confusing. Well, I would disagree. It's probably confusing your first time doing it, but as long as you're methodical about where you're checking, you should be fine. And the method I like to use is just going counterclockwise around every floor every time I change the water level. Oh, Ruto, you've grown. Oh, you. If I'm right, Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancé, Ruto, Princess of the Zoras. A fiancé? Oh. Oh, right, I was too young to understand what that meant at the time. But now that I'm older, I somehow have this latent knowledge that's been added into my brain. You know, it's kinda weird. I didn't actually grow up. I just sort of became this. And it's really messing with my brain, Ruto. I mean, do you know how many bodily functions I suddenly have that I didn't back then? I can name at least one, but I probably shouldn't in this video. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for these 7 long years. But now is not the time to talk about love. Right, you love me, you're actually fully serious about this. You... Man, I guess you grew out of your tsundere phase. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain, totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet... Actually, I saved your father. He gave me this tunic. By the way, I've heard there's some lore about this. Something about princesses making it for the one they intend to marry. Maybe King Zora didn't intend to marry me, but is this my wedding tuxedo? Did you make this for me? I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who is going to be your wife. Okay, kinda bossy, but... not the biggest red flag. Link, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Of course. Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly. Well, okay then. Sure, I can get up there as quickly as taking off my iron boots. Huh. Wait, her shadow just disappeared from the floor, right as I started to ascend. Almost like she just popped out of existence because this is a video game, but obviously the only way she could have gone is up here. Okay, maybe she's just in the next room over. Oh. Good job accidentally nudging the B button. Me. And the water goes down when you play the lullaby at this particular Triforce logo. So Ruto has to be in here, right? Ruto? Ruto, where are you? This is feeling oddly familiar to the way Darunia died. Ruto, where are you? Where could she have gone? There was nowhere else. Damn it. I mean, I agree that our relationship was moving too quickly, but I could have at least gotten to know her a little better than what I had. Man, this sucks. Can you hit the pot, Link? thank you. Those arrows will be useful in doing a little bit of this action. Hey, I can't believe that was actually close enough to work. Hitboxes are wild. I really thought that even though I had properly aimed for the one I needed to light, I wouldn't hit the fire directly in front of me. But I suppose I was wrong. I did in fact hit the fire directly in front of me. And this chest. Ah, a small key. I'm undoubtedly going to need that. Now we're going to backtrack to this bottom room that had a bombable thing. And drop down, and we're gonna need the boots. I'm sure flipping back to that menu every time I need to swap to iron boots or regular boots isn't going to get incredibly tiring. Button raises the water in this room ever so slightly. And it appears that the dragon statues like these raise with water level. That's important information that'll help us later. But how will I hit the switch in that room? My sword goes through objects. And Skulltula gained. Hooray, nothing more to see here. And with that room down, I will progress through the bulk of the temple in the next episode. Bye.